Grace-filled morning, a warm welcome to Maritime and Port News. Maritime and Port sponsored by the Ghana Shippers Authority. They provide you with the best in all your shipping solutions. You can contact them at the Shippers House in Accra, and it's also supported by Amin Scientific and Alternative Medical Hospital. Amin, God is our healer. You can also watch us live on YouTube on Omanfm and also follow Maritime and Port News on Ash FM in Kumasi. I am Boateng in our stories this morning. The Chief Justice Kwesi Enin-Yeboah, says it is critical for justices of the Superior Court to be abreast of maritime laws in order to effectively handle cases relating to the shipping, piracy and allied matters. He said, with pirate attacks being recorded in Ghana's territorial waters in the Gulf of Guinea, issues of arrest of ships, judicial sale and distribution of proceeds would arise in adjudication. He said this when he opened the 13th Maritime Law Seminar for Superior Court Justices on Friday in Accra.
The promotion of sustainable shipping and sustainable maritime development is one of these major reasons why this seminar has been kept alive for all these years. The Maritime Law Seminar comes in handy to let judges know, through our distinguished resource persons, a relatively complex area of law which most of us were not taught at the faculties. Mr. Chairman, as I said earlier, this year marks the beginning of the biannual edition of the seminar, and customary to this seminar, topics are fashioned in relation to contemporary happenings in the sector. Due to this, three very critical areas of maritime law are quite apparent. These are piracy and terrorism, bills of lading and transport documents in use, international trade and arrest of ships, judicial sale and distribution of proceeds are going to be elaborated to the understanding of my lords and lady justices by our resource persons. Ghana has since 2020 recorded about 9 pirate attacks in its territorial waters in the Gulf of Guinea. 6 out of the 9 incidents took place last year, with 3 occurrences taking place between January and June this year. These attacks are mainly on ships transporting bulk, petroleum, and its products, and ships carrying exotic goods. This worrying phenomenon pushed His Excellency the President of Ghana, Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, to call for a concerted effort between leaders in the sub-region to deal with these growing threats as they can adversely affect maritime trade in the sub-region. In the course of adjudicating some of these matters, the issues of arrest of ships, judicial sale and distribution of proceeds would arise, and therefore my lords and lady justices would have to be well equipped to deal with them in a manner that will stimulate economic growth for our dear country.
You heard Justice Kwesi Enin-Yeboah. Now, meanwhile, still at the program, which was organized by the Ghana Shippers Authority, about 50 justices were in attendance. Now, the Ghana Shippers Authority Chief Executive Officer Benonita Bismarck said the contribution of maritime trade to the country's economic development was crucial, and with advancement in the sector to enhance ease of doing businesses, deliberate efforts were being done to ensure that players in the sector had clarity on legal procedures both locally and globally, while highlighting the success chalked by the introduction of the Integrated Custom Management System and Paperless Port Clearance System. She said uncleared cargo list and administration and management was a challenge to the shipping sector.
Mr. Chairman, my lords and lady justices, the year 2020 presented the shipping and logistics industry with major challenges. As a result of the COVID-19 pandemic, there was a surge in freight rates, container shortages, issues with shipping capacity, port congestion, and a general fall in port productivity. Ghana is currently confronted with high freight rates, and a lot of concerns have been raised in this regard. The United Nations Conference on Trade and Development, UNCTAD, has indicated that an easing in global freight rates is expected to commence in 2023, when there will be an equilibrium between demand and supply determinants within global maritime supply chains. Mr. Chairman, my lords and lady justices, maritime trade's contributions to the nation's economic development is very significant. As a result of this, there have been deliberate efforts to ensure that players in the space interact with each other frequently to ensure clarity of legal procedures both locally and internationally. Also, clear institutional, professional, and policy drives aimed at enhancing the development of the maritime industry in Ghana have been established.
And that was the Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Shippers Authority, Ms. Benonita Bismarck. In other stories, the Ghana Airport Company Limited, GACL, has warned that airlines flying passengers into Ghana will be surcharged if they bring any unvaccinated persons into the country. In a statement, the GACL announced a tall list of COVID-19 guidelines to be followed for all arrivals at the Kotoka International Airport during the festive period. The Aviation Authority said airlines that bring unvaccinated passengers into Ghana will be surcharged $3,500 per passenger. Meanwhile, the test should have been done not more than 72 hours before scheduled departure time from the country of origin. So this is to all passengers who would want to come to Ghana to celebrate the festive season. If you just join us, you're listening to Maritime and Port News. The Assembly of International Maritime Organization, its highest governing body, has elected new member states to the IMO Council for the year 2022 and 2023. The IMO Council serves as the executive organ responsible for supervising the work of the International Shipping Regulator and it performs almost all functions of the IMO Assembly, with exception of making recommendation to government on maritime safety and pollution prevention. The Assembly, made up of all IMO member states, normally meets for regular session once every 2 years, and one of its responsibilities is to electing the 40-member council to the 2-year term. The 32nd Assembly is currently meeting in London at IMO headquarters from December 6th through to 15th of December. In our final story, a major rescue operation is underway after 2 cargo ships collided in the Baltic Sea off the Swedish coast, causing one to overturn. The 2 people were believed to be in the water following the incident in the early hours of Monday. The Swedish Maritime Administration said the overturned ship, the Karin Hodge, is registered in Denmark, and the other vessel is the UK flag squad carrier. The spokesperson for the SMA said screams were reported from the cold water. The 2 in the water were the only people on board the Karin Hodge when the incident occurred in an area of Baltic Sea between the southern Swedish coastal town of Yet and the Danish island of Boateng. On this note, we'll wrap up this morning's edition of Maritime and Port News, proudly sponsored by the Ghana Shippers Authority. They provide you with the best in all your shipping solutions. You can contact them at the Shippers House in Accra, and is also supported by Amen Scientific and Alternative Medical Hospital. Amen. God is our healer. My name is Nanisi Boateng, my producer, Kwikwa Bwaji. Have a great day.
Go. Wake up to a fresh morning. National Agenda, your #1 morning show.
We must be here. We must be here. Be an office. On one ton work calculation now was and they said me what that be 100,000 come. Any power friend no say war dano. Ka akwa no po be bonus o masa. Ade me